Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I welcome you all to your social studies class, and today we are going to cover our third chapter, and that is atmosphere. Now let's start that what is there in atmosphere, and we are going to learn some very interesting things today. Are you ready? Good. So, the first thing is that we have to understand what is atmosphere. Okay, so atmosphere is surrounding our earth from all sides in form of a cover. Okay, that it has surrounded, like in simple word, it has surrounded our earth like a cover from all the sides. Okay, the gravitational force is playing the key force in it, and life on earth is possible because of the atmosphere. Now there are three basic elements of the atmosphere: the regular gases, variable gases, and pollutants. Okay, now let's start one by one. Can you see here in this picture that this is the earth, and you can see that these gases or atmosphere has surrounded our earth from all the sides. Okay, so first we are going to take start with nitrogen and oxygen. So 90% of the atmosphere consists of only two gases. Okay, 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. Now, what is the importance of nitrogen? That the fertility of soil is dependent on it, and it is very necessary for the growth of plants. Okay, and it also controls the fire. Now, what is the importance of oxygen? It is very important for life, you know it very well. Okay, we can breathe, we absorb oxygen in our body, and the gas interact chemically with other elements immediately. Acha, it absorb in our blood, and it gives us energy by burning our food, and the survival of life is impossible without this gas. Like, it is very, very, very much important for our life. Acha. And this oxygen is very helpful, like in all kinds of burning all kind of energy resources like coal, oil, and natural gas. Okay, the second slide. Now we are going to see that what is the importance of carbon dioxide. Okay, it is important for life. It interacts with, like, as the oxygen interacts with other gases, so here this gas also interacts with other gases and makes carbohydrates, which is very important for life of plants and animals. And carbon dioxide absorbs heat and moderates the temperature. It helps to make the temperature moderate. Okay, and then why ozone is important? So definitely the most important role of the ozone is that it is preventing earth from the harmful rays of the sun, the ultraviolet rays. Okay, if there is no ozone in the atmosphere, the high energy ultraviolet rays will become a danger for life on earth. Okay, then they will direct come to the earth, and it will be harmful for the life on earth. Okay, these ultraviolet rays can cause skin cancer and eye diseases. Okay, so ozone is like a filter. Then what is pollution? So air also contain pollution, and the smoke from factories and vehicles releases huge amount of carbon monoxide, sulfur, and carbon dioxide, which enter in the air in the form of pollution. Mostly this pollution affects industrial cities. It is not good for people's health. It results in diseases of throat and breathing, and it is also damaging the ozone layer. Dust particles from Earth's surface also create pollution. Okay, now let's see that what is water vapors. Okay, what are the water vapors? These are present in atmosphere in form of gas, and it is a very important part of atmosphere. Okay, they observe heat and also transfer it from one place to other. There will be no clouds and rain without water vapors. The system of the life depend on water vapor. Okay, like the earth absorb heat from the sun. Due to the heat, the water of ocean and other water bodies changes into vapors by vaporization, the process of vaporization. Okay, the water vapors add to air. Their quantity in the atmosphere depend on temperature. If the temperature is high, the quantity of water vapors will be also high in atmosphere. You know it very well, like you know the process of vaporization. So, due to their presence in the atmosphere, the intensity of heat and clouds remain moderate. Acha. Uh, Now let's see in what are the layered structure of environment. Sorry, the atmosphere. Acha. So there are the layers of atmosphere. The first one is troposphere. Acha. Um, the nearest layer near Earth, which is very important for all kinds of living things, that is called troposphere. And it is also very important for the, not only important for the living things, but also the climatic changes too. ठीक है. All climatic changes appear in this layer. For example, cloud formation, rain, winds, and heat. Okay, and these changes provide a moderate environment to the earth. The gases, water vapors, and dust particles of atmosphere are present in this layer. Um, the temperature of this layer in the uppermost portion is 60 degrees centigrade, and it is present about 16 kilometer above Earth's surface. Okay, now stratosphere, it is above the troposphere. The temperature rises with height instead of decreasing. Okay, and at its boundary, temperature reaches about 0 centigrade, and huge amount of ozone gas is present in stratosphere. Remember one thing, that the temperature rise with height. Okay, the second thing is the huge amount of ozone gas is there in this layer, stratosphere, and it makes the sun rays favorable to the environment on the earth. Okay, this layer of stratosphere begins from 16 kilometers and ends at 50 kilometers. Now the third layer. The third layer is mesosphere. It is present above stratosphere. Okay, this is the third layer. You can see here in this picture too. Troposphere, stratosphere, and mesosphere. The third one. Acha. In this portion, temperature gains again decreases with height. Okay, and the boundary of the mesosphere, the temperature here reach about minus 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, acha. The gases of the air and other particles is like minimum here, and this layer is 50 to 80 kilometers. The last one is thermosphere. It extends from 80 kilometer to the final boundary of the atmosphere, and the height of 350 kilometer. The temperature of this layer about 100 degree centigrade is recorded. Okay, can you see here in this picture? The last one is thermosphere. Good. Now let's see that what is the difference between weather and climate. Acha. So the thing is that the main difference between these two terms, okay, I'll explain it in simple words, that the main difference between these two terms is the duration. Remember one thing, duration. where the weather is a day to day or short term condition of the changes in the atmosphere, and climate is the averaged weather condition of a particular place over a long time, about 30 years. Let me repeat it again. The main difference between these two terms is the duration, okay? The weather is a day to day or short term condition of the changes in the atmosphere, and climate is the average weather condition of a particular place over a long time, about 30 years. Okay. Now, uh, climate change over the Earth's surface. Okay, now we will see that. Okay, so as you know, this thing that the activities of the human beings is also um, um, responsible for the changes of the environment, the atmosphere of the Earth. Okay, which are taking place. So what happens that um, international conference in 2009 was held on this issue in Copenhagen, Denmark, to take decision about this issue. I mean, these climatic changes, because you know that human makes roads, buildings, and dams, like they want to fulfill their needs. So the when they are fulfilling these needs, and they are using different kind of materials, so it is bringing climatic change. So a conference was held in 2009 in Denmark, and they want to take some decision about this issue. Carbon dioxide and other dangerous gases are increasing day by day due to the massive use of energy sources like coal, oil, natural gases. Okay, and the climate is affecting very badly, and the temperature is also increasing, and volcanoes are also badly affecting the climatic changes. Okay. Now, what is the significance of ozone layer, which we discussed in our previous slides? Now we are going to see that what is the significance of this ozone layer particularly. So, as we discussed it earlier, that it is very important. It is like a filter. It is working like a filter. Okay. Ozone is produced and destroyed naturally. It is present in the upper portion of the atmosphere. It absorbs ultraviolet rays and sends other sun rays to the earth after filtration, as I told you. Okay. Life is protected from the dangerous rays of the earth, which can cause skin cancer and eye diseases. Acha. If the quantity of ozone gas decreases, the ultraviolet rays will reach earth directly, and it will be very harmful for the life. So ozone is very necessary for human life. Acha. So now the last thing, the last topic which we are going to discuss, that is the causes of ozone depletion. Okay, as we discussed that ozone layer is very important for human life. So now we are going to discuss that what are the causes of ozone depletion. Okay, all the information which we gather from the satellite, it is helping us to study this thing, that why we study the ozone gas, and we want to know about the thinning of this ozone layer at the different places. Okay, so I'll explain it with the help of this picture. Okay, one of the main reason for reduction and destruction of the ozone gas is CFC gas. Okay, which is mixture of chlorofluorocarbon. It contains fluorine and carbon atoms. This mixture enter atmosphere and breaks the ozone gas. Human activities are also destroying ozone gas, and that these gases, these are like we used them to keep the refrigerator cool, and in different sprays. You can see it here, the sprays here, okay, and all kind of the like we are cutting the forest, okay, and so the sun heat, like you can see that if the ozone layer is thin, then the sun rays or the ultraviolet rays will reach directly to the earth, okay. You can see here the ozone layer, okay. All the industrial smoke, you can see it here, that it is also damaging the ozone layer, the vehicles which we are using, and because of this the harmful gases are increasing in the atmosphere, okay. Dear kids, it's the end of this chapter. I hope you have understood it well, okay. Thank you very much.